Good morning. Daily draw, October 6th. And I've been trying to let the kids, not kids, sleep in. So I've set up in my bedroom. Today's question for Autumn Tarot is, what is it that my soul craves most right now? And so before we shuffle, we'll jot this down. What is it that my soul craves the most right now? And let's see. There's a couple of challenges out that I'm trying to do a little bit of in conjunction with let's see what to put together with it for this one. What is my soul craving most right now? stitches. And this one, these cards are more like a pucker deck. Just flexed my foot and I've got toe cramps. Oh my goodness. Oh. And what do I crave? What does my soul crave most right now? 7 of Swords. I mean 7 of Cups, 4 of Swords. And then, so since I'm doing both decks, let's find the 4 of Swords in this one. Swords. And in this one, the 7 of Cups. Oh, if it's the... Isn't that interesting? So in this deck, the Herbal Tarot, the 4 and the 7 were together. And this is the deck that I'm learning. Trying to learn and understand most right now. So I've got I can grow some of that down here. I always see it up in the mountains. Mullein. Rejuvenation. Respite. And the Seven of Cups. Juniper berries. Rest from decisions. Four of Swords. After much disharmony, excessive thinking, restlessness, the man has set down his sword and is taking a breather. It is time to be calm, to rest and recuperate in order to regain inner strength, reorganize thoughts, and make new plans. This may be a good time to seek guidance spiritually, financially, or otherwise. This is not a time to be scattered and disorganized, but instead one must strive to be grounded and to understand the boundaries and forms by which one must live. If there is a feeling of being repressed or restricted, it is best to look to the inner realities by which one lives to see where the self is not allowed freedom of positive expression. Any unconsciousness may be due to lack of the ability to confront the current situation. Take time out to regroup and to rest, but to do it in such a way that you will have greater strength and clarity to deal with the next step. Create clarity, get advice and information. Advice and information. Cups, Seven of Cups. Juniper berries. All things are possible. The key idea of this card is self-love, which arises from the power gained from the awareness of self-confidence. Possibly one may indulge in self-aggrandizement and the inclination to consider oneself superior to others. In any case, at this stage we recognize the inner state of our being reflected in the outer world. With this recognition, we may choose the path of a depth-ship as we seek to understand what is being reflected back to us from others, or we can become emotionally stagnant, overindulgent in pleasures or vices, or caught in our illusions of how things are supposed to be. The 7 cups arranged in an upward spiral symbolize the 7 chakras. The science of yoga assigns a specific power or energy to each of these centers. With the awakening of these powers comes a sense of one's true purpose. The snake represents the seat of the Kundalini, or life energy, first chakra. The smiling mask is the emotional center, second. The jewels are the center of energy and power, third. The red castle is the house where the soul resides. The 4th chakra, the bay leaf wreath, is the orator's headdress and the ability to communicate thoughts. The 5th, the heart bridges the path of the mind with the heart path. The 6th, the blue dragon, is the releasing of the self to the divine expression of life. 7th, juniper berries purify the aura to protect from negative thought forms, influences. As such, each of the chakra centers becomes more open and more invigorated. Juniper berries will help channel the energy toward the highest good for the self and others. Fantasies and unreal expectations and actual needs will need to be clarified. Limit indulgences. And from the Witch's Tarot, let's see, we've got Rest. Rest and centering. I hope everyone has had a great week so far. Peace. Stay safe. Love you all.